Hello, so in this video, I'm going to talk to you about how to go from brand confusion to brand clarity. Listen, it happens to the best of us. And what do I mean by brand confusion? Well, first of all, let's get to this. If you're an entrepreneur, you're a coach, an author, a speaker, what you have to understand in your business that you are the brand. You are the brand. Your personal brand is first. So that's one of the best ways to start to even build a business, because people follow who? They follow people. They follow you. They follow what you have to say. They are influenced by you, by your voice. So with that being said, welcome in, and I'm excited to teach you this, and this is why. I too, listen in, lean in really quick. Come on in. Get a little closer. I too had the issue with brand confusion. And I'm going to tell you why. And I didn't have any clarity. And it's because I looked at branding as color palettes and just the tones that are on your website. And I looked at branding like it had to do with the fonts that I use and the pictures and all of this. When the true essence of branding is you. Your unique voice, your story, your image. How do you make people feel when they come across you? What is the message that you are trying to share? And let me tell you something. As you share that message, as you show up as your, lean in really quick, come in a look, come a little closer, as your authentic self. There you go, I said it. As your authentic self, your brand will begin to show up, right? So, how do you get from brand confusion to brand clarity? Sis, you got to know yourself. You got to know who you are, and you have to know the assignment that God has given you. Why did I say that I was a person who struggled with this? Before we get into all the tactics on the how-to, I was a person who struggled with this because as we are people who are environments of other great people, sometimes we look at their lives and we don't see the difference. We're trying to see, hey, what makes me so different? What is our uniqueness? What makes me stand out? I didn't understand this until I started getting clarity. I started being with myself, spending time with God and saying, okay, who am I? Once I understood who I was and who I was here to serve, the people that I wanted to help, whose pain keeps me up at night, I want you to ask yourself really quick, whose pain keeps me up at night? You are a solution to a problem. And a lot of the times your testimonies, the things that you have overcome in life, the obstacles that you have overcome, baby, let me tell you, that is actually your story. It's your zero to hero story on how you can help someone overcome the obstacles that you once overcame. Maybe it was you didn't know how to generate wealth, and now you know how to generate wealth within your family. Maybe you came from poverty and now God is giving you a strategic idea on real estate, and you have found this amazing way of communicating that to others so that they can begin to generate wealth. But you are your brand. What is it? Maybe you're a person who said, you know what? I didn't have any confidence. So every single time you show up on social media, anywhere in your life, when you come into a room, we're like, there's something different about that woman. They radiate confidence. There's a leadership quality in them. And it's because you've been to that place and now you can show up. Now that we got into the essence of what a brand really is, you are the brand, your voice, your message, your story is the brand of who you are. Let's get to the clarity side. The clarity side is you, like I said, knowing who you are. But it's not only that. So there's this special tool that I really like to use, and I go ahead and I tell people. And this is a tool that I've been using since I was in 3rd grade, y'all. It's mind mapping. Mind mapping helps you brain dump everything that's in your head about yourself, about what you love to do, who you love to help. When you start to mind map, it's like you start with one central idea, you go to and then it branches off maybe to 4 other ideas, and those little 4 ideas branch off to other components. But when you mind map, it begins to help you get clarity on your vision, clarity on who you are as an entrepreneur, as an author, as a coach, and it takes you to the next level. Now, let me share something with you really quick as I take out my notes, all right? So here is how you are the brand for your business. Your personal values, your mission. This is something you can begin to look at and say, what are my personal values? What is my mission in life, right? Like, who do I resonate with? What voice out there do I even resonate with? Who are the like-minded individuals that I want to be around? How do I attract my ideal audience? When you go from confusion to clarity, you begin to say, this is how I attract my ideal clients. I show up as my authentic self. I show up as the woman who at first went from lack of confidence to confidence, and share the story. Tell them how. I came from a background of poverty and now I'm walking in wealth. But what happened? My mind was transformed. You begin to share those stories. And as you share it, your brand starts to show through and people are like, I want to be around that person. That's who I want to be around because I can resonate with them, right? Another way that you can actually start to kind of build your brand as you go from confusion to clarity is you stay consistency across every platform, everywhere you are in life, at home, online, on social media, every part. You be consistent because the more you share your story, guess who's benefiting from it? You are too, because you're getting better at sharing your story. But the other people that are around you, they're like, whoa, what is going on? What is this about? This amazing person keeps sharing their story and I want to follow them. It's like when you think of, let's say when you think of Oprah, you think of Oprah, the talk show host who says, I'm going to give somebody a car. I'm going to give them this. It's what you think of. That is a brand. That is her. She is her brand, right? All right. The other thing is, I already told you guys this, you want to be relatable and have connection. And the only way people are going to connect with you is if you show up for real. Like you're not pretending. The same person I am on my couch sitting here right now is the same person that you are going to get in this coaching program. Is the same person that you're going to get anywhere you encounter me. You're going to get this same person because I want to be able to connect with you. See how we're connecting here? I already told you, I went through brand confusion. When I was working on my brand, this girl was like, hey, what's your color? What's this? And some of the questions she was asking, I was like, what? And this is the color I associate you with. When I was like, wait a minute, if I just show up, daily consistency, I am the brand, right? If I start to brain dump, I'm telling y'all, this is a key. If y'all would just journal every single day, brain dump, journal. As you journal, you start to see who you are. Clarity comes. There is, and this is a biblical thing right here. When Habakkuk 2:2, write the vision down. There is power in writing what is coming to your mind, what is coming in your heart, because the more you write it down, clarity starts to come. Clarity starts to flow, and you get clear on yourself. The moment you get clear on yourself and destroy the false beliefs that you have about yourself, like saying, I can never make six figures. Yes, you can. Saying, I can't have $100,000 a day. Yes, you can. Maybe you're saying, there's no way I'm getting out of poverty. Yes, you can. Or maybe you're here and you're saying, you know what? I'm building this coaching program. I'm writing this book, but I don't even know if it's going to take off. It's just an extra thing I'm doing. It's no extra thing. Change your mindset and say, if God has given me this idea, just like Deuteronomy 8:18 says, God has given us the power to get wealth, so you can get wealth. Once you change your mind and you realize, hey, this is what God's word say, you replace that limiting belief with the truth, is game over from there. All right. Another way is, to go from confusion to clarity, you have to ask yourself, what am I great at? What's my expertise? What's the authority that I carry? Right? Especially if you're an author here and you're listening to me, the reason why you're an author is from that word authority. You have authority in a certain space. And because you have authority in a certain space, you can begin to teach others or show others the way. Somebody say, show me the way. You can begin to show somebody the way. And you don't even have to be an expertise of like 20 years. You just got to have a little bit more experience than someone else and show up. Okay. Your brand image. So a lot of the things with branding, here we go, we're going to the little things here, is your image. How do you show up? What's your appearance like, right? Are you messy? Are you elegant? Are you clean? Are you urban? Different people resonate with different people, right? So your appearance, your demeanor, Sometimes I'm energetic, sometimes I'm not. I guess it just depends, but you're going to still get me, right? Your demeanor, how you present yourself, this contributes to your brand image. So here's a question for you. Are you showing up as the real you right now? And I'm going to say this. Or are you showing up as a limiting version of you, a limited version of you? Meaning you're like, you know what? I don't want to wear anything fancy right now, because if I wear anything fancy, people are going to think I'm bougie. People are going to think maybe I think I'm better than them. No. If that's the real you, that's how you need to show up, because you're going to attract the person that's really attracted to who you are. The problem we have in attracting the wrong audience is because we're not showing up as ourselves, or there's some fear, some limited belief that is keeping us from going to the next level, so we can't even attract the next level people. Oh, come on, that was good. Something is stopping us from going to the next level, so our brand stays stuck, because we can't even attract the next level people, because we're not going to the next level. I hope this is helping somebody. Your emotional impact and your inspiration. So remember when I said you have to connect with somebody? If you are confused on who you are, you need to see who do you connect with emotionally. And then you have to look at that space and see, am I connecting on a healthy place or in a place of where this is a crutch for me? Because if it's a crutch, there's some transformation that needs to go up here. Like things need to start changing right now. And I'm going to have so much resources for you to be able to share with you, to tell you some resources that's going to transform your mind, transform the way you think, because as a man thinks, so is he. But your brand, I'm telling you, you have to work on this. But here's a few ways to build your brand, and we're going to go in deeper. You got to develop a strong online presence. So when we went from confusion to clarity, and now that you can get in the space of clarity, the moment you get in that space of clarity, you want to develop a strong online presence, right? And what does that mean? I'm showing up consistently as my authentic self, as real me. I'm not pretending to be anybody. I'm not pretending to be my coach. I'm not pretending to be my mentor. I'm not using their words. I'm using me. This is me right now. And you get to see my journey as I transform, as I blossom, as I grow. You want to create high quality content. You want to also leverage public speaking opportunities. When you clarify your brand, people are going to seek you out so that you can come and speak on their platform, whether that be a podcast, hello, whether that be your own platform, hello, whether that be in person in the building, they're going to seek you, all right? And then you're going to be able to network and collaborate with other people, because people are going to be like, hey, sister, you're my people. I love her. I resonate with her voice. I love her personality. I love her story, right? You ever get in a room with people where you're either masterminding or you go to a business conference and you're like, that person shared their story and it changed my life so significantly. I got to get their contact. This is what happens when you become clear in your message. People are like, I need to be around this person. And then guess what? You get into a space where people are like, do you have a community? Because I want to be part of the community that you're in, because I want to follow whatever you're doing, because it's amazing and I love being around you. Something great starts to happen. As you start to see this happen, guess what starts to happen? You start to invest in your personal development. That's what I did. I was like, God, this is happening so much. How can I keep my mind on this level? How can I continue to set high level goals? How can I continue to be a better me, right? I first start off with the Bible, because the Bible transformed my mind. And then I start to get all these personal development books that I know that's going to help me, whether it's mind transformation, whether it's about money, whether it's about being able to effectively tell a story. But all I know is the moment you start investing in yourself, you start to go higher, because you start to see the value that you carry. We're living in a world where a lot of people are pretending to be other people. But if you want to see the best results, make 6 figures, 7 figures, whatever it is, you can't pretend to be anybody else. You can only be you, the authentic you. Show up. And the moment you do that, you go from brand confusion to brand clarity. And all of a sudden, you got people wanting to buy from you. You just got to know how to position to sell it. Lean in. You got to position to sell it. Because even though people, they see you, they think you're cool, you got to know how to be persuasive in your speech to be able to even make the sale, but show up and be you. All right. So the tactic I'm going to tell you to go from brand confusion to brand clarity is just begin to mind map, begin to brain dump everything that you have. Who are you? Who do you feel like you're called here to serve? Whose pain keeps you up at night, right? What story do you have, and why do you have that story? And how can it make an impact? That's your brand. That's who you are. Follow up with what you love to wear, right? How you love to show up. That's you. And people will follow you on your journey, and they'll come along. They will follow you wherever you go. So that was it. And my hope is that this message has really transformed your mind, really taken you from another level where you don't look at branding anymore as just, this is the type of font I want to use. This is the type of aesthetic I want to use on my Instagram cover. No, but you now look at branding and say, it's me. I got to show up. Here's your homework. Go on Instagram, go on YouTube, and begin to start looking at some of the people that you follow and why you follow them. Why do you resonate with them? What's their message to you? What's their message that made you want to follow them? What do you like about how they dress? I'm not saying this for you, but I'm teaching you to look at what branding really is. All the colors, the fonts, and everything, it follows later. But branding is a personal brand, and the most successful people are the ones who know how to position themselves and create impact and influence.